was very difficult saying goodbye. It's the hardest part of any tour when you're a rugby player or when you're a pro athlete going away, especially with the implications of COVID, not being able to have any sort of family follow you out there is always tough. Players with young children, wives, you know, you're leaving them at home for a good few weeks, and it is tough, but you know, we're all coming together to make this the most enjoyable trip we possibly could and be a successful one, most importantly.
Here we go.
You left something.
Only my passport and my wallet.
Look at it, you're going out.
Hell of a start.
Yeah, no.
Thanks, mate.
Cut that.
See you, Jimmy. See you.
How are you in? Where you going with your sausages? What do you want?
Oh, you want your sausages? Mummy will open them for you later. Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Andrew. It's awkward really.
Yeah. I have a girlfriend and a lovely dog. It was very sad to leave them both. Like they understand how big this opportunity it is. When I say they, my dog does not understand.
For your safety and comfort, we recommend you keep your seatbelts fastened throughout this flight. If once the seatbelt signs have been switched on, as unexpected turbulence is always possible.
You see the messages of support from, say, siblings and family on social media. That kind of re-emphasise how big it is for people around the country and around your club and your community. As a player, you have to really cherish it then and make sure you enjoy the experience.
Ladies and gents, you'll be going into the door to the left-hand side just now, okay? Don't worry about your bags.
We had a fantastic welcome from the locals as well. It was great to see so many people welcome us. It was really special.
I just want to say a big thanks on behalf of all the staff and the players for the welcome that we've had already. I'm sure the hospitality is going to match. Thanks for putting on the weather as well, which helps. So myself and Zamo, myself being a bit senior and Zamo having the responsibility to carry Bill. Zamo just wants to tell you, all the kids, why he's got this and how he's going to look after him.
Hello. Yeah, so I got the responsibility of having Bill with me. You know, it's a good tradition, and the whole point of it is, yeah, all the boys can try and steal it from me, and I got to try and keep it close to me. And I know it's going to be a challenge, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you all in the next 10 days. Cheers.
We've got the boys together for the first time. Obviously, we don't just focus on the physical aspects, it's about the mental aspects as well. So we want to make a team as quickly as we can. So a lot of stuff we've done has been in as big groups in the gym as we can, with COVID allowing. Big groups in anything that we do, obviously training all together. So from that mental aspect, it's about making the team work as a team, getting used to training with each other, being in each other's company. From a playing aspect, some boys have been playing regularly, some boys haven't played for a few weeks. So what we've got to try and do is get everyone the same, so we're working boys hard.
Nice. Hey.
What's going on there?
Just occlusion, Gav. Just warming my knees up. Yeah.
Getting special treatment from Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy!
You alright?
We've had 2 training sessions today, which has been fantastic. We've just been ironing out a few things as a team, and it was a tough day. And we've got a few more sessions to come, so you're looking forward to it.
Go, boom! Roll in, get up, get up!
Are you right-handed? Yeah. Then hold it in your right hand and throw it up with your left. Alright. Yeah. He's going to make an absolute dog dinner. Oh, not bad! Not bad. It wasn't bad, it wasn't bad. Let's get a bit of jogging in, lads. Bit of time on you, yeah. Let's get some jogging in.
It's like a first day of school kind of feeling. Genuinely it is, because you're going training with guys you haven't trained before with, and you've probably just played against them. So that's kind of one of the tough things, is just kind of getting up to speed with how guys train and operate. Everyone dug deep and everyone worked really hard for each other. So I think that when you see that everyone emptying the tank, that's only a good sign of good things to come. So yeah, we'll be challenged again tomorrow with more fitness and more hard work, and that's where I think a squad really grows, is under pressure and in tough conditions, and we'll enjoy it as well, enjoy the tough trainings.
We've got to get a lot of intensity into our training. Obviously, from a coaching perspective, the coach have got to get a lot of detail in. So we've got to teach the boys the moves, our pattern, how we want to play the game. From a physical aspect for us, we're going to work at intensity, try and get the boys' condition levels as high as we can before we get to South Africa.
Right, session's done. Oh, you've got shakes over there, cryo's just over there.
It was tough. We went from 30 degrees down into minus 81 into the cryo ice chamber, which was, a few lads were screaming like, yeah, it wasn't nice.
I'm feeling.
How are you feeling, man?
Bit nervous, to be honest.
Feel good, mate. Feel really good.
First time.
First time?
Yeah.
So generally the pre-chamber is minus 80 degrees C. You go in the pre-chamber for 30 seconds to get you ready, so it's not a big shock going from room temperature. You do 30 seconds in there, and then you go in the main chamber for 2 minutes, so it helps us recover from exercise. And one of the main things is that it cools your blood vessels, so you get vasoconstriction of the blood vessels, so the blood vessels become smaller. And then when you go outside and walk around or do some light spin bike, and then blood vessels open, and then there's a flush effect, so you get some new blood there. So from any contact, we may have some small injuries. Obviously it helps with that because it flushes new blood to that area. The boys, just so you know, the boys wear a mask in there. They wear a headband which cover their ears. They wear gloves, they wear clogs, and they wear shorts, and they wear socks up to the knees. So you do look quite stupid going in there.
Bundy, have a gloves.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nah.
First cryo session you've ever done, how was that?
Was that your first one ever?
First one ever.
Oh, was it, bud?
Cold, yeah.
Was it cold?
It was alright.
For going training at altitude and then playing at altitude later. We've got repeat sprint hypoxia. So basically, the machine set to about 3,500 metres. It gives you the same oxygen that you get at that height.
We've got a few games at altitude, so when we play in Joburg, as soon as we get there, we'll go back down to Cape Town sea level, and then we go back to Joburg for a couple of the tests. We've got to address that with the boys. There's a few altitude chambers that we've been using in the Strive gym. Also in our hotel from the altitude centre in London, we've got some individual altitude masks. So the boys get on the watt bike, and then that simulates the oxygen at altitude. So we have it on about 12.5, 13% oxygen reduction, which roughly equates to about 3,500 metres. So with the boys we do repeat sprint hypoxia, it's called. 6-second sprint with 24 seconds rest. We do a set of 6 of that, and then we repeat that set twice with 2 minutes break between sets. It doesn't sound long, it's 12 minutes start to finish, but it's pretty tough for the boys, obviously with a reduced amount of oxygen that they're receiving. We've used this in Wales extensively with the boys, even when we're playing at sea level, and we've had some good results both anecdotally and with fitness testing as well, so the boys feel that it's good for them. But also when we fitness tested the boys, we found that the fitness tests improve compared to someone who hasn't done any altitude training. So for us, it ticks both boxes for us. It gets the players in a better mental state to play at altitude, and obviously physically better to perform at the best at altitude. So what the boys feel is, they feel that obviously they're getting a reduced amount of oxygen, so it's quite claustrophobic, especially with the mask on. They'll feel a dry mouth, but that's something that you get at altitude anyway, so it's brilliant that replicates that. So they'll have a dry mouth, they'll be trying to suck as much oxygen in as they can. It's about controlling the breathing for the boys as well, which is a big thing for us. But all we're trying to do with the altitude training, as well as the physical benefits, is just get the boys used to that feeling when you haven't got enough oxygen, you feel you haven't got enough oxygen to perform. So we'll get 4 sessions in this week. We've got 1 on Tuesday, we've got 1 today, we'll have 1 tomorrow, and then we'll have 1 on Monday. So the boys will have 4 sessions before we leave for South Africa, so they'll be in a good place when we get there.
Thank you.
In terms of the mental recovery side of things, we've arranged some activities for them to do, and the weather just held off for us, so it was a great day. We had some boys managed to get some buggies and go on the local golf course. Some guys managed to get out some ribs and do a little bit of supping, stand-up paddleboarding, which ticks boxes in terms of us for their recovery, getting in the sea, active recovery, but more importantly, having a good crack with each other, to be honest.
Yeah, hop in here. So, do we not have Xander's coming? Leave these. Yeah, then leave that for Xander.
Well, I need a set, don't I? I need a set of clubs then.
Smiles, that's it, good, lovely, thank you.
Lovely stuff.
Any predictions, mate?
Oh, mate. We're probably not the best people, well, best pair to ask, to be honest. I think Tag's on, man. He's going to tee off for you.
I'll tee off, you know, okay. Yeah,
nice.
Let me just get away. It's horrible, Mer.
Hopefully just go with that rough, but I'm not sure if that's possible.
Just believe in yourself.
Oh, no. Fall in there.
Told you were next.
That's tough.
No pressure at all, put it on now, boy. Alright, pal.
Yes!
I'm just glad I got over that rough part and didn't follow the boys just a couple of yards in front.
Yes. Oh, good shot.
Talk to me, Xander. What happened there?
Yeah, I seemed to absolutely punch it. It was all right. It got past the edge of the first tee box, so I'll take that.
Bit of a crowd. Is that?
Yeah, no, I was added pressure. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just glad I hit the ball off the tee. That's the main thing.
We're bringing a lot of guys from different countries, different teams. The more they can bond with each other. Obviously, they do bond on the rugby pitch, but when they can really enjoy each other's company and we can get that going as early as possible within the camp, that's great. So Jersey's been fantastic for that.
Yes! Oh, lovely. Let's go. Take our boys.
Oh, go on.
Go on.
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lions are just arriving. The bus has arrived. So let's give a round of applause.
We're into our final rugby session of the week. I think we're in for a tough session this afternoon. Gats has just told us that he's going to try and put us in a hole, so I think we're in for a tough one. Yeah, it's great to have. I think there's about 1,400 people here today watching us, so it's good to have a crowd here. I can't remember the last time I played in front of a crowd, so I'm feeling a bit nervous for the session, but yeah, it should be a good one.
Good luck as a team with us. Right, everyone, so everyone can see you. When we get down here in the corner, we'll start going through what the boundaries is. We'll talk through it. Then we play the warm up. Yeah?
Thank you very much.
Everyone happy? Get back with each other.
Pretty sure.
What do you think, boys?
I loved it.
Superb.
I wish I can get my Scottish kit signed, my Scottish t-shirt signed by Finn Russell, Stuart Hogg and Hamish.
Good boy.
I loved the tug of war. It was brutal. It looked brutal. Where they threw a sandbag to each other, probably when they kicked it up in the air and they had to jump and land against the big soft brick the guy was carrying.
No, it was good fun, wasn't it? You enjoyed it?
Yes.
Very good.
Who's your favourite out of Stuart Hogg or Finn Russell?
I couldn't possibly say. I'll get slated either way. So we've just finished our rugby session this afternoon. It was a tough old session. It's good to finish on a good session like that, and it's great to have such a good crowd here as well supporting us today. We've got the weekend off now, which is quite nice, so we'll recover tonight to get our recovery in, bit of sea recovery when we get back. We'll eat well, have an early night, and then a few activities planned over the weekend. A few of the boys are playing golf, a few boys having a beach day, so I'm sure we'll enjoy a bit of downtime, and then we'll look forward to the week ahead next week to prep for the Japan game.
2, 3.